Welcome to episode number 6 of Ghost Stories, the podcast that shines a spotlight on the remarkable people and initiatives here at Kaukauna High School, the home of the Galloping Ghosts. My name is Aaron Herm. I'm the proud principal. And today we'll be talking about an initiative that's made an impact here for several years called Merry Mental Health. It's all about supporting the well-being of students and staff during a time of year that, while often joyous, can also bring some challenges for many people. Being new to Kaukauna this year, I have loved witnessing the culture of care and support that exists in this school. And Merry Mental Health is just one more example of that. And I'm excited to learn more about it along with all of you. So joining me today on the podcast are 3 remarkable individuals leading the charge for Merry Mental Health this year. We have 2 student leaders, Allie and Bo, who are passionate about spreading joy and raising awareness, along with Emily Jansen, one of our Ghost Crew advisors and one of the adults who's been guiding this initiative. I'm excited to hear the story behind Merry Mental Health, this year's plans, and why mental health matters to all of us. Let's jump in. All right, so I am so excited to be here with the brains behind Merry Mental Health. You want to go around the table and introduce yourself, starting with Mrs. Jansen?
Yeah, my name is Emily Jansen, and I'm the school nurse here at the high school.
I'm Bo Kaschner. I'm a senior here at KHS.
I'm Allison Resch. I'm a senior here at KHS too.
I am so happy to be here with you. And Merry Mental Health, if I'm correct, is a collaboration between National Honor Society, Sources of Strength, and Ghost Crew, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So Emily is our Ghost Crew, one of our Ghost Crew advisors. Bo, which group do you represent?
I am one of the lead coordinators for Ghost Crew, but I'm also a member of NHS.
Okay.
Yep.
Allie, how about you?
I've been on the committee for Ghost Crew, and I am a member of NHS, but yeah, I've been doing all the stuff through Ghost Crew.
Awesome. So I guess my first question is, what is Merry Mental Health and how did it get started?
Merry Mental Health was started, Miss Miller Flynn. She was a
teacher here at the school for quite a few years, a health teacher.
Yes, and so she, a former teacher, and she helped start Merry Mental Health quite a few years ago, and she partnered with the Center for Suicide Awareness, and basically what that was it was designed to support students managing stress, and specifically holiday stress. You know, families are doing a bunch of different things, going to a bunch of different houses, getting gifts, making sure, you know, you're paying attention to your loved ones, so that can be some stress-inducing activities, and so in order to mitigate that, she had some things that made holidays a joyful time, and some students and families were kind of being helped during that.
Mm-hmm. I think one thing that's really cool about that whole process is that it's led by students. So with Sources of Strength and NHS and Ghost Crew, those are all students who are hosting the flex sessions and everything that we're going to be doing. So not only are you building relationships for all those students who are attending, you're also building relationships between the students who are hosting and managing that.
And I think that's so important around the holidays because I think also, too, as teachers or other staff in the building, you forget that there are students out there that are really struggling during the holidays. So this is just kind of a wonderful opportunity to bring everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what a great way to go into the holiday break. Because like you said, the holidays seem like a joyful time, but for a lot of people, there's just reasons that it's not, right? So what are we going to see here at Kaukauna High School between now and winter break as far as Merry Mental Health activities?
Well, I know we mentioned the flex sessions a little bit, but basically what those are is the week before Christmas break, there are going to be a bunch of different flex sessions where you can do stuff
Can I pause you for a second?
Yeah.
So for the community who doesn't know what a flex is.
Oh, yeah. So flex time is our period that we have built into our schedules where you can sign up for different teachers' classrooms and get any help you need. But it's also when a lot of clubs and committees meet. So this is kind of a fun take on flex where instead of maybe going to a teacher to get some academic aid, you'll be going to meet up with a bunch of friends, and there'll be either a Ghost Crew mentor, an NHS leader, or a Sources of Strength member who's going to set up a bunch of activities for you to do, such as like decorating cookies, wrapping gifts, or maybe decorating ornaments, just fun Christmas activities to get you in the holiday spirit.
And then with that, there's also going to be, at the end of those sessions, once you attend the session, like Allie was mentioning, the members of those groups and committees, they'll be entering your name into basically a basket raffle. So your name will be written down on a piece of paper, and it'll be given to Miss Scott, one of our other Ghost Crew leaders. And your name can be picked at the end of the day, and you'll get some gifts, which is what Allie's in charge of. And I know I've heard several people mention how like beautiful, stunning, and like so fun they are. So that definitely gives some extra encouragement, not only to meet with your friends, but also it could have some benefit for you besides just your mental health.
Do we get to know what the gifts are?
I think that should be a secret, top notch. And at the end of the week, there is an even larger gift with some more goodies and other things. And with that, there's also going to be like kind of like a wrap up to the week, and there's going to be like some hot chocolate, some cookies, and I know some teachers are bringing in cookies, but I also know some people who are doing one of the flex sessions that they're doing is making cookies. So we're going to set aside some of those cookies so you can see like, oh my gosh, there's that, I don't know, the Minions cookie I made a few days ago. And so, yeah, that'll just be a big wrap up to the week.
Awesome. So to see the gifts, follow Kaukauna High School, maybe on social media, right?
Definitely.
I think the other thing too about the flex sessions that we just want to bring up is we kind of nail all the different things. Like we talk about physical, we talk about some of that mental health, we talk about just being creative. So it kind of brings all those things together that help support our mental health. I know some people are doing some more physical activity stuff, some just like relaxation movies, just chilling. And I know in the past there's been some, even some like mindful meditation stuff. So I'm not sure if that might pop up this year too, but some pretty neat things that everybody's coordinating.
So before you became, I guess, leaders in this, you participated, I'm sure, in Mary mental health activities. So can you talk about what that was like for you as a participant and the things that you enjoyed that you're hoping to build on?
I think above all, what I enjoyed the most was just seeing the kids really have fun with it, like including myself. Probably the most notable one I went to was cookie making. I love eating, and like who doesn't love making frosting with or not making frosting, but making cookies with their family around the holidays. So just making it with your close friends at Flex Session, that was really fun. And I did it in Miss Jenkins' room for a day or two, and I remember that they said we couldn't eat the cookies, which was unfortunate, but they were going to give it to the firefighters at like the local hall. So I thought that was really cool. That was actually quite touching to me. And just seeing everyone really come and pitch together and come up with an idea that is centered to have fun. It's not supposed to be stressful. And if you're someone who really focuses on the details, even in cookie making, you can kind of like relax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, last year I popped into a couple flex sessions, and I thought it was so cool just hearing all the kids talk about how excited they were for certain things. Like cookie decorating, I heard talked about a lot, or like ornament decorating, or even just watching movies. Kids were getting excited about this, and that was really cool because you don't have to be a part of something to join this. Like you can just go in, have fun, maybe bring a couple friends with you. So it really gets everyone involved before the holidays.
And with like the friend thing, also with the switch in trimesters, I think it'll be nice, and I mentioned to a few people, like it's nice to see the people you have made connections with your freshman year or any other year, and if you haven't seen them in a while or you just want to do some activity that's kind of like an icebreaker, like, oh, I kind of know this person, I kind of don't, but I see them in this flex session, that'd be a great chance to like make a connection or remake that connection that you made earlier in the year. I would like to know, what kind of switch have you seen between this time of year and any, like, not because this is one of your first few years here, but how is this time of the year different from what you've seen? Like, is there more excitement in the air, not only because of, the holidays, but also from different things in different clubs and everything?
So just an overall impression I have of Kaukauna High School is I think we as a school community go above and beyond in a lot of ways to make people feel supported and included, right? And a lot of credit to that goes to the Ghost Crew, which really helps freshmen acclimate to our school, and to Sources of Strength, which, in case you're not familiar with Sources of Strength, it's a club that exists at a lot of different schools. Its core mission is suicide prevention, but it's really about identifying those sources of strength in your life, right? Like positive friends, positive adults, healthy activities, things like that. And I think here in Kaukauna, I see that in high gear. So when you say like what's different about the holidays in school this year versus maybe what I'm used to in other schools that I've worked at, it's just that level of care and support and community, right? Like I feel the holiday spirit a little bit more this year than I have the last couple of years. It's pretty cool. So
good,
you guys are doing a great job. So, okay. So then back to my next question for you, which is, it's a lot of work to plan this. Mm-hmm. Yes. Can you talk about it?
So I came on the scene with Miss Scott and a bunch of different teachers asking me, how can we make this better? because I was originally not, in the cahoots of Mary Mental Health. And so when I got brought onto the scene and, I was really kind of wanting to be a part of it because I wanted to do, like this podcast. I wanted to do some things around the holidays because I think I like being busy, and during the holidays you can't get any busier. And so there's a bunch of different parts. Allie, like I mentioned before, she's in charge of like our little baskets and organizing that. She's the head of that. Then we also have a publicity team. There's 2 sectors of that. There's one that's part of, like online social media, like Instagram, Facebook, all of those pages. And then there is the part of, oh my gosh, I'm blanking.
I think a group had also made a ton of posters. Like they put a lot of effort and creativity into designing posters that have, I think they've gone up around the whole school, which has been pretty awesome.
There are posters everywhere. If you don't know Mary Mental Health is coming up, you're walking down the halls with your eyes closed.
And there's more coming, more to come for sure. And then we also have some people doing like live announcements just to get like the word out there more. And then we also have a few media stations covering this. Times New Villager, D-Shot. I talked to him and he said that he can get something out with that. So I think that'll be definitely super exciting, especially getting more exposure. And then, just communicating with the parents, like, what is this? Like, this shouldn't be like what in the world does MMH stand for? And should I be concerned? Like, it's not that. It's something, we really believe in, obviously, as a school, because there's so many different clubs and aspects of that. And,
And behind the scenes, there's a lot going into it, too. Like, we have one committee dedicated to just managing all the flex sessions, because we are lucky enough to have a lot of kids who want to host sessions this year, and that's great. But then we have to plan out, they have to pick a teacher's room, and they have to run it by that teacher to make sure it's okay, and then they have to bring in all the materials. So we're helping them figure out their materials, buy them if necessary, and then just making sure that we've got one flex session to a room each day. Just organizing all that takes a lot, but everyone who's been on it has been doing a great job. And my committee has been in charge of the baskets. And I think we're going to work with the media team a little bit. So there should be something about the baskets soon, maybe a picture, a little sneak peek, but just to get students excited.
Yes, that's true. Actually, we had talked about maybe putting them out in the glass case, but we don't have room. But just kind of presenting them and intriguing kids to bring them in.
right. Yeah.
One thing that I really like is that the students host the flex sessions because this time of year is stressful for staff too, right? Like, kind of traditionally in schools, like behaviors kind of go up during this time of year because just things feel ramped up, right? Like I saw an Instagram reel the other day that said the 2 weeks before Christmas break are like the last lap of Mario Kart where everything's really stressful and the music's playing really fast. So what a great gift to give not only to the students, but to the staff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we have a lot of teachers who love doing it too. Like I know I get asked a lot, like, oh, if you need a room, please come to mine, because teachers love getting involved in it too, and they love, a lot of times I feel like teachers get the short end of the stick and they get the grouchy kids who just want to go and be on their break. But it's nice to have an environment where everybody can be having fun and enjoying their time. It's a little bit of a switch up in that regard.
Yeah.
Do we know about how many sessions that we are offering each day?
Total sessions throughout the week, I think it's over 40.
Yeah.
Was the final count.
That's awesome.
That's huge.
So per day, I think I saw like...
Is it maybe like 15, 16,
Yeah,
somewhere
around
in
there.
Okay.
So quite healthy number and a great variety if you want something specific.
It's awesome. One thing that I think we have to make sure we add is during that last session when kids can just come down for flex, like teachers can bring their kids down for flex, Santa's going to be there.
Yes, Santa will be there and he will be jolly.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
He will be there. Yeah. So that's at the end of the week once we're doing like all of like the wrap up activity, like everyone thank you for participating, and who wouldn't want some little goodies such as, hot chocolate and cookies.
Pictures. He loves to take pictures.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So I think something that I want to emphasize, this all sounds great and it's going to create some holiday cheer around school, but it's not just, this is serious. Like it's not a cutesy initiative. This is based on a real need. And there's some statistics out there that show that more activities like this in high school could be really beneficial. Could you talk more about that?
Yeah, for sure. So when a student has to host a session, you're asked to write how the session is going to be helping students' mental health. And that's so important because there's so many studies, even like Youth Risk Behavior Survey highlights that 51.6% of students reported experiencing anxiety. And I know that's what a lot of our sessions target because it's like all the stress reducing activities that we mentioned before and just getting to know people, that really helps with that. And we think of the holidays as such a happy time, but even 35% reported experiencing depression almost every day for 2 weeks or more. So this is really a time of struggle for some people, and that's why this is so important to help kids get through that and try to make the holidays a little bit happier for them.
It's been great to see how we can all work together to really do something that's really promoting mental health and really helping just a great large need that people have and just a large demographic of people that might be struggling not only this time of the year but all year long, and just showing them that, help is available, especially during the holidays.
Yeah. And I know Sources of Strength, we don't really have a representative here on this podcast right now, but they have this wheel that has a bunch of sources of strength on it. And it's all these sources that you're supposed to draw your courage from, people you can rely on. And that's another big aspect of our Merry Mental Health Week, because when you're hosting a session, you not only want to find a way to help solve certain mental health issues, but you also want to target one of those sources of strength. So what are we focusing on here? Are we focusing on friends? Are we focusing on family? Are we focusing on the types of activities? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I love about what you're doing is, again, not only is it great for our school community, but it's really strategic as well and and addresses an important need.
I have to give, as one of the advisors, just a shout out to you guys. You guys have done all NHS, Sources of Strength, and Ghost Crew members have done just an absolute phenomenal job coordinating this. We've been on the sidelines watching, and it's been fun to watch you guys put this all together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so with that, we also have a lot of people pouring in, not only from, our school, the students, but also the community. Like Mr. Brian, he's going to be our Santa at the end of the week. We're really excited to have him and bring his jolliness into the KHS doors. And there's a bunch of other things like Allie. I know since you're in charge of like the baskets and all of that. So what have you seen from the community? That's actually
we've actually been going out to a bunch of local businesses and getting sponsorships for the baskets. Like, one thing I'll give away for the baskets is that we have gift cards from a bunch of different local businesses. And those haven't been ones we purchased out of the school funds. We go and we ask for them, and then we have to, I went to a couple businesses, and we just explained to them what it is. And it's so cool because as soon as they hear about it, they're really interested, and they want to get involved. And I know as a student leader, I've learned a lot through that because it's really good experience to go out, talk to people, learn how to spread a message, and get people involved in stuff like this.
I also got a donation from a company. I won't say what it was, because it's just going to give it away. But I also got a donation from them, and it's kind of like a big ask from them because it's one of their products that they usually, charge quite a bit of money for, especially because of the amount that people usually donate it or want it for. Mm-hmm. So that's very vague, but there's a lot of, like Allie was saying, like a lot of different people pouring in just the little things that they could do, especially just the holidays in general. I think it motivates so much, good humanitarianism from people. So I think that's really cool to see. And I definitely agree with you. It's definitely been really cool to see just how, happy people are to just give the things that they work so hard on.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We do want to give those local businesses props eventually. I know we're trying to keep those things a secret, right? But how can the community follow along and learn about who has all been part of this as it's going on in the next couple of weeks?
Many different ways. Allie, do you want to take this?
Sure. Well, I know we've been keeping up on Instagram a lot, like all the KHS pages, specifically our Ghost Crew, I think is going to be posting some stuff soon.
That'd be the major one.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you again, Allie and Bo and Mrs. Jansen and everybody else involved for all of your great work in this. Again, it's putting us more in the holiday spirit, but it's also super important work that's going to make an impact on people. And it sounds like it's made an impact on you through your time here at Kaukauna High School already, too. Definitely. So that's awesome. So again, thank you. And for more ghost stories like this one, you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Enjoy the holiday season, everyone, and it's a great day to be a ghost.